Hello, everyone. We are talking trading today. If you've thought about using trading as an income stream for yourself, you are at the right place. These are the traders extraordinaire. Mike's a really good friend, and Troy. And one thing I really love about having these two on is Troy is one of Mike's first students, and he learned it so well that he was successful, and now he is teaching other people. So that's where you know that Mike really knows what he's talking about. They always say if you know what you're talking about, you should be able to teach somebody else to do it. So the fact that we have Troy on here each time just makes me really excited about this. And again, I don't even totally know what Troy and Mike have going on this time around. So I'm excited to hear it along with you guys in the audience. Before we get going, please hit the like button, currency of YouTubers. And then let me know in the comments, have you tried trading? Have you tried Forex trading? Have you tried crypto trading? What has your success been up to this point? Would love to hear. So we're going to skip introductions. We've had you guys on so many times. We don't need to waste time with pleasantries. We'll skip right past that. Maybe start with, though, what do you guys do? Let's start with the elevator pitch. What is it that you guys do?
What is it we do? We just play around, man. Honestly, we just have like this community. We just joke around. We don't do much in there, do we, Troy?
No, we just have a lot of fun together.
Yeah, that's it.
What is that? Office space? What is it that you'd say you do here? And
right,
that's what I'm.
We're in the basement, though. We're in the basement.
You're in the basement. Yeah,
we
so you help
stapler.
People trade, correct?
Oh, well, yes, we absolutely help people trade. We help people who've never traded before learn how to trade by more hands-on training instead of like a bunch of course material. That's really the elevator pitch. Like you can go out there and try to find. I mean, I've spent thousands of hours learning ICT, SMC, ABCD, EFG, Wagyu, beef stick, ladder ordering, martingale. Like I've tried the bots. I've tried it all, man. You just, there's nothing better than sitting with a mentor over their shoulder and just watching them what they do. If you're real, you should be able to do it real time. What's the problem? All these other YouTubers are scared. Yeah, no, there's some guys that trade live. I respect that, but most of them don't. And we do it every day, Monday through Friday. And today was a massive win. Once again, we just like the big thing for us, James, is like there's no curtain. There's no there's no like, oh, we don't know who the developer is. It's just very clean cut. You come in, like we have pretty easy training videos just to get you up to speed. But it's less about like learning a training system or a strategy, right? Everyone just wants, give me the strategy. The strategy is you need a mentor. That's the strategy. You want to learn how to play the guitar? Like I've been playing for a long time. I was a signed artist and it took me 10 years plus, actually it took me 12 to get a record deal. Did I just learn it overnight? To some people I did, right? To the people coming into our trading group, they're like, oh, you're a profitable trader. I see you in real time every day. And I'm like, yeah, it took me 7 years to like get to this place, right? Anyways, Troy, maybe you have a better idea of what we do besides having fun.
I mean, for me, when I first started learning about how to trade, everything that was out there, the communities, the groups, the Discord channels, Telegram channels, I didn't really get a vibe of community. It was more of like an overlord type feel. Everybody's looking up to this one person. And, if you had, it felt like, I felt like I couldn't be myself and I couldn't like ask questions. Like it was just something that I didn't feel comfortable doing. So all those little things that I didn't like about what everyone else was doing, I wanted to, make sure that we welcomed everybody, and it's like, be yourself in our community. And you should feel comfortable with asking questions, especially you shouldn't feel stupid or feel alone or feel left out. And there's just not a lot of people that are doing that in the trading space. And we just wanted to make sure that first and foremost that we're just building a fun community that you want to be a part of. Because if you don't, Michael Jordan, talks about this. He's like, you got to first fall in love with the game. Otherwise, it's just, you're never going to get anywhere. So we have to create that environment to where you fall in love with trading. Because once you do that, everything else will kind of fall into place. And I feel like that's what our community pretty much captures, right? So you come in, you're welcomed, you get engaged, you feel comfortable talking about trading. Even if you're a beginner, you shouldn't feel dumb or and it's like, we're going to be reaching out to you and making sure you're taking action and progressing properly and stuff like that. And everybody else in the community too. We've got a lot of people. Just wait, you come in, there's going to be all these people saying, "Oh, welcome. Hey, how are you?" Yeah. It's a great freaking vibe, man. I love it. So anyway, that's what I got.
I've had
Isn't there a movie
nothing.
called For the Love of the Game? There's a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, good movie.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's what we're after. Yeah, no, I've heard nothing about good things about the community. Everybody that gets in there. In fact, I got an email just the other day. I was trying to pull it up so I could quote it directly, but a guy told me, "I just wanted to thank you so much. You're a great YouTuber. You pointed me towards Mike's program." And he said he's been loving it in there. And he thanks me. He's like, "And you're the reason I got into Mike's program. So I love you." And I'm like, you know what? Thank you, Mike. There's a lot of people who are mad at me because I point them to things that rug pull or something. So thank you guys for being something that people are happy I pointed them to. Really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's great
Awesome.
stuff. So I always like to kind of at the beginning try to qualify or disqualify people so they know, hey, is this something I should listen to? Should I get into? So who is trading for? And who is it not for? How much capital do you need up front? How much time do you need? We've talked through all this before, but we're just going to have you repeat some of those answers.
Here's how much you should spend when you're learning trading. Right there. That's how much. $0. Zero. You should not be spending money when you're learning trading. And people, what you need to spend your money on, because you will eventually spend money. Okay. But what you need to lose it on is I say education. I don't like that word because it's like content driven. And I don't believe that you're going to learn just from content. If you read a bunch of books on how to play the guitar, you would not be a better guitar player, right? If you go watch a bunch of videos on how to play the guitar, you're not going to play it any better. You can use that analogy for anything, but basically hands-on trading are what all of our successful students have done and have said mattered most. So you don't need any capital to get started. You might spend some money learning, right, to hire the coach to learn how to play the guitar. But difference is with the guitar, you kind of need to spend money on a guitar. Just don't spend money on a really nice one, right? Go get yourself like a $400 guitar, something like that, $200 you could even get away with, right? And then learn how to play it. It's when you get serious that you start, increasing, like maybe you want a Gibson or maybe you want whatever. So the point is like you start out with just kind of the basics. And then as far as who's it for, it's for somebody who wants to take control of their financial independence. And you're losing money in the banks right now. You're losing money in most projects. I mean, they don't work out. A lot of projects just don't work out. You're losing money across the board if you're not understanding that you can make more, right? With your hard-earned money sitting on the sidelines, you can make more than sitting in a bank safely. And that's the key, right? Because you have to understand money management. So I'd say those are kind of the big key takeaways, Troy.
Yeah. I mean, we don't recommend like everybody, we tell them, like, don't use your money at the beginning. If you're learning how to trade, you don't want to use your own capital. We can set up a demo account. We show you how to do that. Or some people call it paper trading. Prove to yourself that you can double an account on a demo account or a paper trading account using one strategy, right? And once you do that, if you're the type of person that has an extra 5,000, 10,000, or even multiple six figures, that's just laying around, not doing anything. Now you've kind of proven to yourself that this works. So then you can take a small portion of that capital and turn it into a live account and start trading. And that's the process that we recommend. And like Mike said, if you want to get there at a faster pace, I don't know very many people that have traded by themselves that have been real successful. You have to have a mentor. I wasn't successful until I found Mike and started watching him. And then, after me watching him for so long, it was like, bro, can you work with me on a more personal level? And then it's at that point is where things really started to click, and things worked out. So it's something that is very fascinating, right? Trading. It's like you can be at your home, you can be anywhere in the world. As long as you have access to your phone or a computer, you can click some buttons and make money, right? Now it's not easy at first. Like, it does take some time, like anything else. If you're going to be good at it, you gotta fall in love with the game. You got to take it serious and put in the work. And then once you do that and you start to see how trading works and how to view charts and kind of predict where price is going to go, like it gets like super fun and exciting to do that. Because then you know the sky's kind of the limit on how much money and time you want to spend on this thing trading. And I come from I own a couple other businesses, and it deals with people, right? I have a contracting company where I'm going inside people's homes and working on their homes. You're constantly dealing with employees, job sites, people, stuff like that. I don't have to deal with any of that here with trading, and that's why I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love too that you keep custody of your own funds.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than giving them to Mike. If you were on here saying, give me $10,000 and I will trade it for you, I'd be like, well, I've seen this play out before. I'm not so sure about this, but again, this is something that you're doing on yourself. And that's good for a lot of reasons. First off, nobody can steal it from you is the first reason. Second off, you feel a lot more successful. You get a dopamine hit when you actually are trying to learn something and you actually do the trading, you make the money yourself. You feel way more accomplished rather than, oh, hey, I put my money into a project that made 15% this month. I mean, that's fun too, but it feels way more satisfying to do it yourself. And it kind of becomes a bit of a side hustle for the people that I've talked to about it. So love that.
Troy said a couple of things I just want to point out before I forget. Really important. He said one strategy, right? This is huge. This is so big. This is so you asked me earlier, I should have put this in my little elevator pitch. We do all of this with one setup, one thing, one strategy, I'm going to call it a pattern, but we're not pattern traders. Okay. But it is a pattern of price action that we see over and over and over. And it's not hard, James. Like, you could learn this in a couple of days, no problem. In fact, most of our people do, but that's the thing. You learn it. So why isn't everyone successful? It's because it's what you do after you're in the trade. It's what you do as price unfolds. You're seeing it in real time. Do I get in now? Do I get in later? Like, all those little nuances. So we do it with one strategy, and that makes a big difference in speeding up the learning curve for people who've never traded before as well. And even by the way, I would say really advanced traders just stripping away what they think they know and just saying, hey, look, if I'm wrong during this first 30 days, if you come and trade live with me and I'm wrong, I'll give you a full refund. Like, no questions asked. I'm not even asking you why. Like, if it's not your vibe, you couldn't figure it out and you tried. Like, I've had guys want to cancel and they come on a live session with me and I'm like, I do a live session and they're like, I'm not canceling, I'm joining the live group. Because I'm just like, what are you not getting? This is very, very simple, but at the same time, I understand it takes time. So I wanted to point that out. Really important that Troy kind of mentioned that earlier. I was thinking about it.
Nope, that is great. I love that. So let's talk about what you have going on right now. So I have this Midas Touch Trade.com/James Pelton. Tell us about what this is. What would people be signing up for? What will they get? What are the results that they can hope to achieve?
Don't just, hey, it's just to have fun, just all for fun, baby. Come on in. The water's warm, mess around, dabble a little bit. And, if you want to take it more serious, then you can. But basically, this is your link just for you, James. That's why it says James Pelton at the top. We did that for you. That was just for you.
I love it. Thanks.
And so what it is our main community, and we have gone back and forth. Do we charge $1 to keep the bots out? Do we charge $7? Do we charge $48? We've been sort of on your channel offering all of those. Today it's free. Today it is free, my friends. Free. Well, not free. You have to give away, your email and your name. But other than that, it's free. And so you come in, you come in to join the community. You can play the video, not you here, but people watching can play the video, kind of see a little bit more about what it's like, and just come in and check out the community. At that point, if this is not for you, then no big deal. If it is, you want to take it serious, move forward. Troy?
Yeah. So what you're doing is, if you enter your name and your email, you're basically joining our community that we currently are charging $7 a month for. You're getting that for free just because you're homies with James, right? Now, inside of that community is the same community we've been talking about this entire time, where it's our entire strategies laid out in there. You can ask questions. You can get the help that you need. You can hop on with us once a week and trade live with us even. So all that is in there for free today if you join through this link, right? There's no other way you can get in other than through this. If you go to our current landing page, like to actually join the school group, it actually costs $7 a month to get in and get access to everything. Now we don't hold anything back when it comes to the strategy. A lot of people are like, oh, come in and come in for free and you'll get to learn like the first 3 videos of my strategy or something, right? Or whatever it is you're trying to get. You actually get everything. We literally show you everything and we'll help you learn how to do all of it, right? Now that's freaking awesome value. It's something that I wish I had when I first started trading before I found Mike. So I'm so glad that I'm able to be a part of this community and build it in a way that would have met my needs and got me from being not profitable to a profitable trader in a shorter amount of time, right? That's the whole idea of this, is to get you up and going extremely fast, right? Because Mike, he's been trading for over 7 years, right? I'm like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, close to 2 years. And like, we've had people come in and literally within 6 months, not knowing how to trade at all, 6 months later, they're trading with a 6-figure account and making money. And they're on their way to being making 6 figures their first year of trading. Like, is that not bananas or what? Yeah. And it's all because they just followed one system. They put the blinders on, all the chasing all these other projects or all these other carrots or whatever. It's just let that all go and just focus and go all in on one thing. And that's what's going to help you get success, right? So that's what I believe. And I hope all of you that are watching this join. I mean, it's free. What do you have to lose? Right, James?
Yeah, absolutely. If it's free, I don't give financial advice, but if it's free, it's not financial advice. It's just free advice. So
I like that.
I'm going to say to everyone, go sign up. Like, even if it's something you're like, I don't even know if that's something I'd be interested in, just go try it out. Go sign up and just see. You never know. I have so many people, probably at least 20 a day. I get emails. Hey, how can I make passive income? How can I make some income? How can I make extra income? Every day I wake up, my inbox full of about 20 people saying that. And here's a way. And it's free to check it out. You don't have to invest anything to get started with it. I love, too, that this will create a skill for you going forward. So you learn this now, and that's a skill that is going to be with you for the rest of your life. And so that's just, it's something to add to your tool belt. And I always tell people the best investment is to invest in yourself. And if you can do it for free, then that'll be an infinite return, because 0 to anything is an infinite return. So recommend that. This is the one program I can say will give you an infinite percentage return.
Wow, we should be number 1 on your list of top projects. We should be the number 1. Infinite. That's hard to come by.
Let's ask this question. T. Stark, good to see you, brother. He says, can this work in prop accounts for minimum drawdowns? So what all do you like? Is this good for Forex trading, crypto trading, futures?
I'm excited to answer this, actually. So I never traded prop before, okay? But it just kept coming up and people talking about it. So I said, okay, fine. Because there's a lot of prop accounts that won't pay you out. They're going under. There's a lot of regulation that's not come into play. But you can make some money in the meantime if they're paying. So long story short, we have a member. His name is James Deeb. He convinced me to do a 250K account. And then I strung along like 20, 50K accounts, right? So I have all these 50K accounts that you copy trade. All right. So anyways, I just started the prop thing. He's already, as of, I think yesterday, he DM'd me in school. And what's cool about school, you can DM as well. So everything's instant communication. He said to me, I'm going to pull up his DM so I can read it to you. He said to me yesterday, first of all, this is my iPad, so it's horrible, but you can see James Deeb sends me a bunch of screenshots of his account. Yeah. So this is his trading account. All right. So this is him saying second 250K eval secured. You're welcome, he says, because I'm doing the 250K, right? So he's, I just started though. I haven't passed my evaluation yet. I think I'm 5K up or 4K. You have to reach 15K in profit before you pass it on the 250. It's an Apex account. So we're doing Apex. I'm going to do my futures or my funded futures or something like that after I do Apex, just to see the difference. And then I'm going to do training on both. But yeah, the answer to your question is absolutely. And he's not the only one, but he's got two. And he's sent me screenshots of like his total, payout and everything. He's got a total P&L, yeah, he may not want me to share, but he's made thousands of dollars in this prop account so far. Go ahead.
Yeah. And what's cool about our community is it's not just like you to Mike or you to me. Like there's literally other successful people in our group that have taken our training, followed us. Now they're helping other people. So it's like you can come in, and if prop firms is your thing, like you can, hit up other people that are doing those prop firms and figure out how to do it, right? How our strategy can work for prop firms. We've got another guy, Ryan, in our group who started a what do you call it, Mike?
Just
tap?
live. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead.
Was it called TAP?
Yeah,
is that what it was called?
TAP.
Yeah. What did that stand for?
A trading accountability partner.
Right. So he basically just did this on his own. He's like, hey, I'm going to start this TMT TAP, the Midas Touch Trading Accountability Partnership Group. Anybody's interested, I'm going to manage and host it. So you can come in, I'll partner you with somebody else that's in our community that's at your level, and we'll all get together and we'll all make this work and kind of help each other out. I mean, that's freaking amazing. I don't know where else you can find that in another trading group.
What's cool about the community thing, Troy and James and everybody, I guess, but like just to add to what you're saying is that you develop, when you're trading alone, you develop bad habits. This is just a fact. I know because I did it, right? And I know because I talked to so many other people who bought $10,000 courses. They spent so much money on courses. And it's like, at the end of the day, you need that accountability. You need that coach, because you won't develop the bad habits if you're seeing somebody else making profitable trades and you're like, what the hell am I doing? Well, just look at what you did and look at what I did. Look how I said to manage it and look how you managed it. It's very, very simple, right? And then not only that, but you can post in the community what your trade ideas are, what you did, and get instant feedback, not just from me, but from our community members who are probably going to roast you because they understand the strategy, right? So like, or not in a bad way, but you get what I'm saying. But the idea is that like you have an accountability. And just for anybody watching this and they're like, what is he talking about? 250K account and multiple 50Ks. That's prop firm trading, right? Basically you pay, I think I paid like $36 to have an opportunity to pass a prop firm challenge, right? Where I can then, they give me 250K. And after I reach certain goals, I keep 90% of whatever I make. And there are guys that I know personally, and this is why I chose Apex, and I'll do my funded futures next, but they're paying. I mean, I know a guy who in the last 100 days made $309,000. That's just a fact. He did it. Like, it's real. He shows his payouts and everything. So, I mean, this is a friend of mine on YouTube. And if he's doing that kind of, volume and money, I'm like, okay, I gotta do it now, just because it costs so little to get involved. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you if you're a profitable trader? So now the trailing stop, drawdown, all the stuff that was more technical, the question, whoever asked that, that's always going to be a challenge, because you are literally being, you're the prop firm. Sure, you can hate them all you want. It's their money, right? It's their rules, but they're dinging you. They're basically, I don't know, you say dinging, like whatever the word is, you're getting dinged for regular market movement that's up and down. That's how the market moves, right? So even though you might be right in your trade, I know what you're talking about, that trailing stop. And so that kind of sucks, but that's part of it. That's just part of it. And so There's ways to mitigate that. Back to you, James.
Love it. Love it. A lot of good stuff there. We got a question from Arvin. So yeah, people are getting technical in their questions, but Apex doesn't let you DCA. Does your strategy require DCA? What's your normal RR?
My normal RR, anything that makes a profit. But RR, yeah, I mean, we had I think it was like a 4-to-1 today, 4 or 5-to-1 today. I mean, we have people live in here. I'm not going to lie to you, right? Most times, I don't know, what's a normal RR? What do you think, Troy? What's the norm? 2-to-1?
Yeah, I would say something like that.
I say
for sure.
Yeah, I'd say normal is probably 2-to-1, but we have so many crazy runners. It's ridiculous because it depends on yeah, I'd say the easy answer is the normal RR is 2-to-1. And, if we're down, if we have a loss for the day, a lot of times we'll bump up our time frame, get something more solid, and trade on like a 5-minute or a 15-minute. And those are usually the runners. Like today was a runner, and it was Troy's call today. Troy called,
and you don't have to DCA.
No,
we don't do that. It's one trade, one amount of risk. And you let it ride, right? And then, like what Mike said earlier, it's not so much about the strategy. It's about what you do after you click enter in the trade, and being able to read price and see it go in one way or another and manage your trade. That's the key to success, is that management, and that's what we talk about a lot.
Time is more important than price. So for you traders that are watching this, some of you, time is more important than price. In fact, we had news today, right? The Fed Chairman Powell spoke. So time is more important than price. So how do we know this for a fact? You know that because, well, you can just look at the volume on the charts, right? You look at the candlesticks. New York session open is always the most volume. Doesn't matter what you trade. You could be trading, USD JPY. Doesn't matter. Crypto, Bitcoin. When does it move? The New York session open, right? So we know that time comes first before price. So what we focus on, and this is why so many traders fail at back testing. You go, well, I have the strategy, I back test, it doesn't work. Well, how are you winning forward testing? Because there's so many things in a back test you cannot see, and that you will probably skip, because it's not just about going to FX replay and finding the times a day that you would normally trade. Is there news that day? What is the news? How long does it go for? Is it Powell speaking? Is that the red folder? Or is it 3 hours of news? Or is it a number like CPI or PPI that traders are really, really looking at right now? What's the sentiment in the market? Is inflation important right now to keep track of? Do we care? Do we care about new home sales or no? Do we not look at that? Now, although we're not trading based off of fundamentals, I want to make that clear. It is a pattern of price, right? Liquidity in the market is what drives price. That's just a fact, right? So if we know that the institutions are trading during these hours, actually we can zoom in and look at these specific times where market is most likely to reverse. Market is most likely to what we call manipulate. So you have a period of consolidation, then you have your manipulation, then you have your distribution, right? What did it do today? Well, the NASDAQ today had a period of consolidation. And as I said, when we got on live, had a weak high with liquidity right above, because if you understand how liquidity is formed, we have these all-time highs, right? But it's a weak high. Why is it a weak high? It's because the way that formed was Asia session. Asia, pajama pant traders, they don't have the kind of money that the stock market has, right? When the New York session opened. So what did we do? We grabbed the highs, we pulled down. It was very simple. It was a very simple setup, but I just got to say that those kind of things you miss when you're backtesting. You will not get that kind of guidance on your own when you're looking for some easy. I'm not a guy here saying that we have some easy, one-step thing where you just look for this thing and it does this and you go. When the 50 crosses 100 and the bacon is burnt on this side, you flip it over and then you can eat. No, it's a string of things that have to happen. But when you see it over and over and over, guess what? You start recognizing that, okay, there's something here. Then once your mind opens up to, okay, there's something here, you start seeing it day after day after day. That's when you can kind of pick up the guitar and play 4 chords. And if you can play 4 chords, you can play pretty much any song in the world, right, James? You know this. Come on.
I know this. I can do that. I can play 4 chords, so I can play every song.
That's it. 4. So anyways, kind of a longer explanation, but you get the point.
Love that. Good answer. Good answer. Big Kitty says, James, are you in this group? And yes, I am in the group. I will say I am not active in the group just because I'm busy doing many different things. So that leads me to the question, how much time would people need per day? And I know what you're going to answer because I've asked this question in probably 12 different AMAs.
Yeah.
And I've heard your answer. I can almost say it for you. We almost don't need you in the video.
Do it. I don't even need to be here.
Okay. I'll just answer this question for them. How much time do you need to get into trading? Well, the answer is, how much time do you need to be good at guitar, to be an expert guitar player? You can do an hour a day, and eventually you will get good at guitar. You can do that. You could do an hour a week, and it'll take longer, 7 times as long, but you will eventually get good at guitar. You could spend—
Now, is that with private lessons, or is that on my own?
That private lessons will help speed things up for sure. Yeah, it's all like you said, it's time, right? Like you could go through the same lessons. You could do the exact same thing Mike did. Spend a lot of money on different programs, trial and error, try different things, fail, try different things, fail. But having a mentor is just a way to skip a few steps and get further along. And that's really what this group is. And if you can do it for free, then there's no reason to try and learn the lessons yourself. You might as well skip all those hard, expensive lessons and just go right to where Mike and Troy are. But as for how long it takes, how much time can you fit into your life? So the more, the better. But if you only have 2 hours on Saturdays is all that you can devote, you can make that work. So I really don't have a good reason for why I'm not in the group being more active.
You're an admin,
I'm an admin.
At this
That's
point.
right. That's right.
DM James if you have any.
Yeah, DM me and you can be my employee and I'll send you to go in the group and learn
exactly
to trade and you can use my money for it. So here's a good question. We should have said this. Does RR mean does RR mean risk reward? Yes.
Great call. Yeah.
That is what we were referring to with that.
RR roaring kitty.
Can't use jargon.
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
rest and recreation.
There you go. Go ahead. I didn't see another question. Is there another question?
Do you guys? Yeah, this question is: are we able to see any MyFX book info? So people are wanting more proof of what you guys do and what you have been able to do. What would you say to somebody who they're skeptical about your track record?
Yeah, no, I think that's great, man. I think it's good to be skeptical. I would say come and join the community for free, and then you just click on the wins or come into the live trading room and see it. And if you're not 100% satisfied within 30 days, your money sent back to you. It's that simple. As far as a track record, like I have many different brokers that I've used it before, and Troy's seen my track record. I've shown James some of my FX book stuff, but mainly I am right now focused on prop firm trading. So once we get that going, I'll be doing a documentary on all the prop firm stuff. But as far as absolutely track record is super important. I don't have one account. I've been using offshore brokers, and I'm very reluctant on telling people who I use just because I don't want to have them go use them and then it do what I use this not prop firm, but the broker called Envy FX, and they went under, and I feel like it was like my fault because we got some early on members wrapped up in NVFX's thing. So just the offshore type of stuff, I'm just over it. So I've switched over to futures trading. So my track record isn't that, it hasn't built up very much. It's only since February, and I'm 43% up since February. And I have that track record to show, but I don't have it linked up to a MyFX book account. Go ahead,
well,
Troy.
To me, that question's kind of like, I mean, not to like put you down or anything, but Michael Jordan's coach wasn't the best basketball player in the world. So why did he use him? Like, you know what I mean?
But Jordan won.
So it's like, I wouldn't necessarily look at the track record of a coach. Like, before Michael Jordan, he didn't, I don't know who he coached. Right.
That's interesting.
And he definitely wasn't at that caliber of Michael Jordan status, right? He wasn't the world's best player. So I wouldn't even look at it that way. I would look at it as, are these guys giving me access to them? Are they teaching me a skill that actually works? which is proven in our community. You can see all the wins and all the people that are having great success in our community. And there are losses too. We trade live with our community every single day. So the track record is there. We win more than we lose, right? And that, in my opinion, is all that really matters. Because if you start focusing on, well, have they done that? Well, have they done this? Or I need to see this or that, you're not going to really get anywhere.
Well, ICT was one of the greatest, mentors in the trading space, and he never traded live.
Right.
he's caught who knows if he faked withdrawals, whatever. All of it can be sort of manipulated. That's why I say, man, whoever asked that, I think the simple answer is really easy. Just we trade live with our community every day. It's live. It's real time. Like for a year now. This isn't only a few months old.
Mike literally shows his account daily.
Yeah.
It's not, there's nothing hidden. So anyway, it's come in and join and you'll find out.
Right.
Yeah. And if these guys were scammers, they would be doing it wrong, because what they're doing is giving it away for free. That would be, if I was giving scamming lessons, I would charge something.
Right.
If you want to be a scammer, you should charge something. That's what I would say. So again, you can hop in there, check it out. I like what you said too, about just because someone has been successful at something doesn't mean that they're able to teach others how to be successful with it. For example, I wrote some software that I was able to grow into, big multi-million-dollar business. I've never been able to get someone else to write software to create a multi-million-dollar business. So I like that point. Good point. Let's see. Joined a few months ago. This is from Julian Winters. Joined a few months ago. Been the best experience I've ever had. Learned more from these two guys than any other training program I've been in. 3 months of huge progress.
Dang.
Found you guys because of James Pelton. Thank you, James.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. There's you get a kick out of every time they say James. Thank you, James.
Oh, I do. I appreciate that. So awesome. So if you guys are wanting to be part of this, if you see these two guys, you've thought about trading, or you're wanting a new income stream, I'm going to mention too, take some action, do something, whether it's this or something else. Please do something. Those 20 people who emailed me today saying they want financial freedom, please take action. I bring something new every day. Please pick one that looks good to you and start on it. Proverbs 14:23, hard work brings a profit. Mere talk leads only to poverty. Okay. And that's where most people are at, is there's talk. Wow. I want this. Here's what my dream life would look like. If I had an extra $2,000 a month, you know what I would do with it? But there's a lot of talk and very few people who are actually doing something. And part of the reason is because we like to be comfortable. We'd rather watch Netflix than we would hop on and learn to read a chart. Yeah. So I'm just telling you, if you want the gold, then you need to put in the work to make it happen. Okay. I'm convinced there's no get rich quick schemes. Okay. That's not how it works. There's another proverb. We're getting all sorts of Bible today.
Do it.
Another proverb says, wealth obtained quickly dwindles, but whoever increases it little by little will profit. Wow. And so it's another principle that if you try to get rich quickly, that's what everybody's after. That's why meme coins are huge right now, is, man, I want to get rich quickly. Wealth that you get quickly, you lose quickly. Okay. That's true. But if you work hard, you gain a skill, you get an income stream, that's wealth that's going to accumulate over time, and it's going to set you up well for the future. So, and I'll add with that, trading, I really like, and I point my people to trading, because trading's something you can do when the markets are going up and when the markets are going down. We saw in crypto during the bull market, a lot of stuff was working, and then in the bear market, it stopped working. But with trading, you can do that anytime in any market, really. There's commodities markets. There's all sorts of markets that are always trading, have been trading for thousands of years. And so this is a skill that is good for you to learn. So that's my pitch on this
gold,
side.
Baby. Thousands of years gold. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Gold.
You know, what's awesome is, you made a good point there. Like, you're taking control of your money. And like, I remember when I first traded, I follow these guys on Twitter who would make these calls like, You know, you sit there and wait. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. And it's like weeks go by. And then finally it's like, okay, I'm going to start buying some Bitcoin or whatever it is. It's like, now you don't need that. You can literally trade tomorrow or whenever, anytime I want to trade, I can go on the charts, wait for my setup that we talk about and we teach, and then just take action and trade. And we do it every single day. So it's like, why wait for somebody else on Twitter to tell you what to do when you can just learn this skill and do it yourself anytime you want from anywhere in the world, So it's super awesome.
Absolutely. Love it. Well, hey, I think we will go ahead and wrap up there. Again, 6+ years of winning trades. Copy our system. This normally costs money. It is free for the James Pelton community. So I want to encourage everyone who watches this video, whether live or recording, if you're on Twitter watching, we even had a few people on Twitch watching. I kind of forgot I had a Twitch channel until somebody commented on the Twitch channel. But wherever you're watching from, go hop in to this free program right here. First name, last name, email. You will get free access only for 17 more hours. So please do that. And good luck to you. Do you guys have anything else? Any final words of wisdom? Anything else you want to say about the program before we kind of wrap up here?
Yeah, I'll just say that we started this because we wanted to kind of peel back the curtain. We were so tired of, and I'm not throwing any traders under the bus, but we were so tired of the lack of transparency that, and the overload of information. Pay $5,000 and you can have all the information in the world. And it's like, you get all that information, you're still not profitable. Why? It's because they cannot do it real time. And so I just said, you know what? I'd been profitable for like 3 years when I met Troy. And I was like, you know what? I'll just do it real time, man. We'll just open it up real time. And that's exactly what happened. And he said, well, your strategy needs to be simplified. And he was right. And we did that. And it can't get any easier. It literally can't get any. I even have people asking me when they come in, hey, you got any information on a brokerage? I'm like, yeah, let me ask you a question. Have you ever traded before? Nope. But I want to set up my brokerage. I'm like, dude, no, and no, and no, we don't have any information. We used to, but now we don't, because it's pointless, dude. Like, get in and prove it that you can be profitable in a demo account. Once you do that, then worry about the brokerage. You have plenty of time to go look up brokerages on your own. We're not teaching you about brokerages. What is a candle? Who cares? It's who cares what a candle is? Who cares what the open, the close? Who cares what the body, the wick means? None of that matters when you first dive into trading, and you'll find out why if you join us. That's all I got to say. Troy, back to you.
That's it, man. Just join us and we'll have a lot of fun together and make some money together. So
love it. Love it. We'll always enjoy having you guys on. So thank you so much just for being, again, something that I can be proud to bring onto the channel. Like, you're helping people out. And that's the reason I've had you guys on so many times. Every time Mike messages me and he's like, hey, we got something new for your community, I'm like, hey, I just send him my calendar link. I don't even ask him. I didn't really even ask him what we were talking about today. I just sent him my calendar link and said, you know what, go schedule. We haven't had you on for at least a few weeks, so let's bring you back. So appreciate you guys very much. Thank you, audience. Thank you guys for watching each and every day. I think we ended up with Twitter live has been blowing up, but I think we had a total of like 450 people watching. So appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. God bless you all. God bless you, Troy. God bless you, Mike. We'll stay in touch.
God bless America.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is 4th of July week. So yeah, God bless America as well. So hope everybody has a great rest of your Tuesday. Hop into the free program and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.